In the news this week, secularists attack a local mayor over an optional time of prayer. Primary school children could be told they can pick their gender. And deaths from a dangerous drug halve after a government crackdown. Hello. A local mayor is facing criticism from secularists over a plan to introduce prayers before council meetings. Janice Charles of Barry Town Council, South Wales, said no one is obliged to attend. But the National Secular Society claims her actions risk turning the council into a club for Christians. Welsh councils are allowed to hold prayers if they choose, and following a Christian Institute legal case in England, the government made it clear that local authorities there can do the same. Councillor Charles said the row was unnecessary. It's something that happens before county council meetings without controversy, and of course no one is obliged to come along. In 2012, the Christian Institute defended Bideford Town Council, which was sued by the National Secular Society for holding prayers in the formal part of its meetings. The resulting court case saw the High Court rule against the secularists on their central argument that council prayers discriminated against atheists. Welsh Government plans to criminalise parents for smacking their own children have failed to win clear support in a consultation. Welsh First Minister Carwyn Jones wants to make it a criminal offence for parents to use reasonable chastisement, which could even include picking up a misbehaving child. But results from the consultation revealed significant opposition. People were concerned about law-abiding and caring parents who use reasonable methods being stigmatised. One wrote, "Your proposal will have the effect of treating ordinary loving parents like real abusers and cause unnecessary anxiety for their children." Laurie Turner of the Be Reasonable campaign told Heart FM the group was sad that the proposal had not been stopped.
We are very disappointed that the First Minister is pushing ahead with legislation that a Comres poll showed 76% of Welsh adults are against. We want the law as it currently stands to be enforced so that those who are in need of help are given it, and that those children who are in happy, loving, caring, well-adjusted families are also kept safe, that they get to stay with their parents without fear that their parents are going to be criminalised for teaching them the difference between right and wrong.
Children as young as 8 could be told they can be a boy, a girl or neither under draft lesson plans backed by the Scottish Government. The resources cover how teachers should approach teaching relationships, sexual health and parenthood, or RSHP, and are currently under consultation. For children as young as 5, teachers are advised to tell the youngsters about gender confusion. When people grow up, sometimes they decide to change their gender so that they are happier with who they are. This is called being transgender. And for children aged 8 to 11, a lesson slide declares your gender is what you decide. You might be a boy or a girl, or maybe you don't like to decide that. Chairman of the Campaign for Real Education, Chris McGovern, criticised the idea. At this age, children still believe in goblins, fairies and dragons. They don't understand such adult issues like gender yet, and these discussions at such a young age will be very confusing for kids. And finally, new figures show a dramatic fall in the number of people dying from so-called legal highs following tough government action. It comes as the Home Office tells police that it expects them to enforce the law against cannabis. According to the Office for National Statistics, the overall death toll from drugs was 3,756 in England and Wales last year. Of those, 61 people died from taking new psychoactive substances or legal highs, compared to the previous year of 123. In contrast, cocaine deaths were at a record high last year. The Christian Institute's Kieran Kelly welcomed the news on so-called legal highs.
All deaths as a result of drug use are extremely sad. So this fall that's been reported is very welcome, and it just shows what can be achieved if governments are prepared to take brave action. And we would encourage them to broaden their efforts against all kinds of illegal drugs, and not to listen to those activists calling for legalisation.
The government has also reiterated the law on cannabis following reports of people openly using the Class B drug. Scientific and medical evidence is clear that recreational cannabis use can cause harm to individuals and society. Those using it should be in no doubt that if they are caught, they face prosecution and a maximum jail term of 5 years. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.